Good morning. My name is Finney Coleman. I'm a professor in the Department of English Languages and Literature, and I am also the president of our Faculty Senate. And on behalf of the Faculty Senate, I'd like to welcome you all here this morning. It's a great morning for our university. We get to hear from our president the state of our university. I hope you'll agree with me that this is a remarkable year for us as an institution, with remarkable changes in leadership, many opportunities for our university moving forward. I would love to say a whole lot more, but the person that I'm here to introduce has everything to say. On behalf of the faculty and the rest of the university, thank you, President Stokes.
Well, good morning, everyone. Wow, you know how to respond. This is great. That's a great way to get started, let me tell you. Before I really do get started, though, I want to just recognize that we have with us some dignitaries that I just want to acknowledge they're in the room with us. Regent President Doug Brown is here in the front. Regent Rob Swartz is here as well. I know that I saw Student Regent Melissa Henry earlier, so I assume there she is. Thank you, Melissa. And we have former Regent Brad Hosmer with us joining today as well. Delighted to have him. And of course, we have a number of members of my leadership team, and I'm delighted. Many are sitting in the front row. Others are scattered about, but welcome all of you. And to all of you, good morning. It's still morning, and it will still be morning when I finish. So just letting you know. So it is another beautiful day in New Mexico as we kick off the first full week of spring 2020 semester. Doesn't that sound good, 2020? Sounds so promising. And the truth is, I think of this time of year as one of renewal and reimagination, and today is no exception to that, as I am privileged to share with you the state of the University of New Mexico. And March 1st will mark my second anniversary as president, and that's an honor I am grateful for every day. One of the best parts of being president, thank you. One of the best parts of being president is actually the opportunities for face-to-face engagement with members of the university community. When people ask me what I love, that is one of the things I will say. I've heard your professional and personal stories. I've heard about campus history and lore, and I've heard questions, concerns, and of course, suggestions. What is most evident to me is the pride and passion that you have for UNM. Together, we are building on nearly 131 years of excellence, tradition, and innovation. So over the past year, we have been shaping a culture of continuous improvement and self-reflection, collaborative problem solving, and proactive response. Your voices have made a difference. You have shared thoughts with me at town halls and at traveling office hours. You've visited with me at campus events. You've contributed to defining the qualities and skills we seek in our newest leaders. We have come together to discuss the most efficient and effective ways to make our campus a better place to work, live, and learn, and we're turning those ideas into action. We're taking steps to reduce campus crime while revitalizing our community relationships. We're providing excellent teaching that has led to better student outcomes. We are advocating for increased scholarship money. And we're generating groundbreaking research while paving the way for current and future students to lead the nation in innovation. I applaud each of you for the measurable and valuable impact you've had on our students and community. As the University for New Mexico, we are improving, gathering momentum, and making change to better serve our students and our state. At its core, our success is rooted in opportunities. the opportunity we provide, and the opportunities we pursue. In its most basic terms, opportunity can be defined as a set of circumstances that makes it possible to do something. Sometimes those circumstances may be outside of our control. But with timing, preparation, and an openness to new ideas, we can seek out and initiate opportunities. And we can do something impressive, something transcendent, something beautiful, or something groundbreaking. Here at UNM, we acknowledge opportunity isn't simply found, it is created. And for what I've experienced, I think we value opportunity a bit more than most, simply because I think we work a little harder at it. As we continue pursuing excellence, it's worth revisiting our foundational principles, both to properly evaluate what we've accomplished and to envision what we can achieve in the future. Sometimes in public higher education, we know so well the importance of the work we do, and we're so busy doing it that we don't invest the time necessary to express the resulting value. Not just the story, but why it's important. In our country and even in New Mexico, we are experiencing a crisis of confidence in higher education and its value. National polls and surveys have made headlines over the past few years, reflecting an increase in public skepticism about the value of a college degree and the impact our institutions have on society. I think those surveys reflect an unfair cynicism about higher education, one we must work to overcome. Higher education, including research and innovation, have never been more necessary to better understand and improve the world in which we live. We are dedicated to tackling the most challenging problems facing society today. And this translates into how we approach our health, protect our environment, and care for our families. At UNM, we are preparing students to lead and become productive citizens of New Mexico, the nation, and the world. Learning critical and deep thinking skills enables them to seek knowledge, clarification, and new solutions, to be skeptical and challenge the assumptions that often are part of our thinking, and to catalyze those aha moments into opportunities to seize the day. The value lies in meeting the needs of our state and country by educating healthcare providers, teachers, scientists, policymakers, and influencers, artists, and architects who return to their communities to share their acquired talents. Recent studies have even lauded the public and economic benefits, finding that universities act as ladders for social mobility, as well as laboratories for research and knowledge creation. At the Brookings study, in fact, we were ranked 8th nationally among universities who do both well, placing us well ahead of peer universities like Temple, Rutgers, and Georgia Tech. Higher education is an indisputable engine of opportunity, and it's even good for your health. A 2019 study, U.S. News study, found that a higher education contributes to a longer, healthier life. So let's start with recognizing the environment that will keep our engine of opportunity firing on all cylinders and lead to longer, happier lives. D.H. Lawrence called New Mexico the greatest experience from the outside world that he'd ever had, and said that it changed him forever. This applies not only to our state's natural beauty, its people, and its history, but to the heart of the university as well. UNM is indeed a life-changing place. We have the incredible strength, innovation, and grit to lead our state in so many ways, including providing a momentous experience for our students that begins with providing a safe, supportive, and healthy environment in which they can thrive. A critical priority for me this year is an expanded focus on diversity, equity, and inclusion. When we share our diverse cultures, experience, and perspectives with one another, we build a richer, more sophisticated understanding of our own world. This diversity lies at the heart of who we are. We're a state and a university like no other, a healthy blending of different cultures, each of which retains its unique identity, while at the same time complementing other cultures to create something entirely new and vibrant. This is the UNM experience. And this experience informs an approach to education that exposes minds to new ideas and fresh perspectives while equipping them with habits of thought and action that will translate into a better life and better opportunities down the road. But education is more than preparing our students for a career. In a time of deep ideological divisions, a 24/7 news cycle, I wasn't looking at the Albuquerque Journal when I said that, but I was happening to look at the Albuquerque Journal. I said that. I'm so glad y'all are here. And distrust of both media and government. Cultivating the capacity for clear and critical thinking is more vital than ever. And while empathy and compassion aren't something you find in a university course catalog, I sincerely believe that higher education promotes values of tolerance, fairness, curiosity, and mutual respect. And these are traits that are essential for civil discourse and rational self-government. This is our responsibility as educators and as citizens. Initiatives are being developed with this in mind. We're planning to launch a postdoctoral program to better support members of underrepresented groups who are pursuing academic careers. We will also expand diversity training for faculty search committees, which has been shown to help people become aware of their implicit biases, and it provides tools for them to avoid those biases. In recognition of the service of our veterans, active duty service members, and their families, we offer Green Zone training for faculty and staff to better understand the experience of veterans and the unique needs that they bring to us in higher education. We have instituted a veteran hiring preference program, and we, of course, will relentlessly pursue improved educational experiences and outcomes for this group who has sacrificed so much. And we've already embarked on changing the UNM seal in response to community's concerns. So just so you know, there are some 5 seal possibilities out there, and you have until Monday, January 27th, to give your thoughts. We'll send out a message about that later today. Another baseline requirement for a thriving culture is cultivating an environment of mutual respect, ethics, and integrity. In December, we completed the terms of our 3-year agreement with the Department of Justice to address complaints of sexual misconduct on campus. As a result, our investigations into sexual misconduct are stronger, they're more proactive, they're more transparent than ever, and it has to be reflected in everything that we do. Going forward, we want to formalize and institutionalize all the work we've been doing for the past 3 years, smooth out some remaining bumps, and serve as a model for other institutions across the country. We've been asked by the Department of the Navy to host a regional discussion with universities and military service academies on February 6th that will explore how to effectuate cultural change and how to use best practices and data to prevent sexual harassment. Where we are and where we aspire to be as a university are reflected in the decisions that have been made in the past and those we make now. Those decisions should be driven by shared institutional values that act as a common blueprint for the entire Lobo community. In keeping with my commitment to improve our campus culture and processes, I have appointed a task force on institutional ethics and integrity. Subcommittees are at work, and they are meeting regularly, and a final report is expected this spring. Together, we continue strengthening our ethical standards and practices to be consistent with our institutional values, our culture and policies, informed by our own professional principles and personal values. Improvements to our physical environment enhance experience, and they just simply make life better, more comfortable, more interesting for everyone on campus. So just look at the difference the improvements to Smith Plaza have made. And last October, we opened our new Physics and Astronomy and Interdisciplinary Sciences building, PIES, as we call it. Plans are afoot to start renovation of Clark Hall, which is home to our chemistry faculty, later this year. The $35 million center renovation for Johnson Center is very close to completion. It'll add a new fitness area, an indoor running track, revitalized activity space for dance, aerobics, cycling, and team sports. I can't wait to try that indoor track. We're also nearing completion of the Student Health and Counseling building expansion, which will provide a pharmacy and enhanced setting for behavioral health services. And over the longer timeline, we are making plans for a new building to house our College of Fine Arts. That will support New Mexico's ancient, but also absolutely cutting-edge arts industry, very much a part of what people think of when they think of New Mexico. At the UNM Health Sciences, we recently broke ground on the Neem and Jamie Cook Movement Disorder Center, and we are moving ahead with plans to construct a much-needed surgical tower. Plans are also in the works to construct a 16,000 square foot addition to the Pete and Nancy Domenici Hall, which will provide much-needed space for neuroscience and addictions-related research. We are not just modernizing and beautifying the campus landscape, but we are also making headway in improving the safety of our students, staff, faculty, and visitors. Built environment improvements are not just impactful at the largest scale. Smaller upgrades to campus locations, such as Girard and Central, and Yale and Central, will greatly enrich those areas by promoting safe pedestrian patterns and behavior. I commend our University Police Department for their devotion to providing a safe, secure university environment. Notably, there was a 40% decrease in automobile thefts and attempted auto thefts reported at UNM in 2018 compared to the previous year. I believe that this change can be attributed to our proactive efforts in adding police officers, the strategic placement of cameras in various parking lots, our coordination with the city of Albuquerque and its police department, and really the vigilance of our university community. We are continuously evaluating all possible solutions that improve the safety of our campus and the surrounding neighborhoods, while remaining a welcoming part of a proud urban tradition right here. The heart of our success resides in our inspirational student body, our dedicated staff, and our outstanding faculty, and our accomplished alumni and generous supporters. In my time as president, it has been my privilege to meet and get to know many of you and the ways in which your individual talents, accomplishments, and contributions serve our students, serve the citizens of New Mexico, and our scholarly and research communities. Our people are what make us curious, resilient, and successful. They are what make us New Mexico. Our students are amongst some of the most driven and diverse in the country, coming from cities and pueblos, sprawling ranches and small towns, mountain communities, and valley villages. They come from all those places to join the Lobo family. As the state's premier institution, we present nearly 50% of all college degrees to New Mexico students annually. Every day, our students challenge us with their curiosity and inspire us with their achievements. They make us better educators, leaders, and people. They embody the best in all of us. It can never be emphasized enough that our outstanding faculty are the very foundation of our flagship university and its mission. They are passionate about the success of our students and apply their knowledge and talents for the betterment of the world. Our faculty members conduct vital research and scholarship that has tangible benefits for the state and an impact that reaches far beyond our borders. And yet, let's not forget the incredible service the university provides to the community in the form of cutting-edge healthcare and other programs that improve the lives of people from across the region. Our staff, those who are often working behind the scenes, are truly the engines that drive the daily business of our university. Whether they're organizing meetings, facilitating research, assisting students, tending to the landscaping, or any one of the many important jobs we have at UNM, our staff make the university experience richer, safer, and more supportive. Some are here every day, regardless of the weather, clearing sidewalks of snow, caring for patients all the time, ensuring our community is safe and comfortable. All those little things that seem to happen automatically and seamlessly are actually the result of hard work and true dedication. I'm grateful for the thoughtful advice of the Staff Council on a host of issues affecting the functioning of our university. In response to our staff voices, I'm happy to say we have implemented a paid parental leave policy and considered valuable staff input on compensation and retirement. Our nearly 200,000 alumni worldwide are also a rich source of support and inspiration. Their record of achievements through the years animates the university's legacy. The UNM Alumni Association is taking a more active role in recruiting students to the university. Alumni volunteers are staffing college fairs, they are contacting prospective students, and they are assisting in efforts to keep our students enrolled. The UNM Foundation continues to change worlds for so many Lobos through its comprehensive fundraising campaign, and it's currently undergoing its own strategic planning process. Making this community of opportunity successful requires inspired leadership. And one of the greatest opportunities we have shared over the past year is the unprecedented transition of some of our key administrative positions. What has made the process equally rewarding is being able to lean into the institutional knowledge and the leadership that exists on this campus during these times of transitions. So I want to say many, many thanks to those of you who have acted in interim roles and to the university community for creating an environment of optimism, transparency, and inclusion that has attracted diverse and dynamic individuals to the university. I'm actually starting to feel less like the newest cast member of an established ensemble, as we've celebrated retirements and bid farewell to some old friends and colleagues, while also adding new members to our pack who bring fresh perspectives, experiences, and most importantly, visions of positive transformation. Of course, my first hire here was Loretta Martinez in 2018, and she's the one who oversees our Office of University Counsel. But in this year alone, 2019, well, no, we're 2020. Last year, 2019, we welcomed Provost James Holloway, Senior Vice President for Finance and Administration, Teresa Constantinidis, Vice President for Equity and Inclusion, Asada Zarai, and Vice President for Enrollment Management, Dan Garcia. The UNM Foundation also selected Jeff Todd as its new CEO. Recent transitions include Connie Beimer, serving as the Interim Vice President for Alumni Relations, and Barbara Dameron, serving in the role of Interim Chief Government Relations Officer. And of course, we have just launched an absolutely crucial search for the University of New Mexico for our Executive Vice President for Health Sciences. So additionally, there are active searches for deans, College of Education, School of Architecture and Planning, College of Fine Arts, Anderson School. Our leadership embodies the exciting opportunities ahead for UNM, and I'm excited about the work that we will do together. Now, student success will always be our first priority, and I appreciate the shared commitment we have as a campus to infuse that critical purpose in everything we do. A supportive environment leads to student success in the classroom, and I'm very proud of our shared efforts to improve academic achievement. We understand our students' needs for a successful and timely college experience and a campus that supports the pursuit of excellence. By consistently increasing our retention and graduation rates, as well as offering new and innovative pathways for non-traditional learners, we are producing more lifelong Lobos. We've redesigned many of our degree plans and implemented new and enhanced support services available to our students. The rate of full-time first-year students returning for their sophomore year also improved in fall of 2019. And as a result of a concentrated campus-wide effort to improve student success, persistence rates of African American, American Indian, and Hispanic students at UNM have also improved. Our four-year graduation rates have shown dramatic improvement over the past several years, increasing 23 percentage points since 2010, among the very best gains in the country. And our six-year graduation rate stands at about 50%, over 50%. But really, our role is not just to grant degrees, but to also deliver the best educational tools, programs, and overall experience to every single student enrolled here. We have to keep the momentum of this academic success to matriculate more students, introduce new paths for students to obtain degrees on all of our campuses, at levels ranging from associates to bachelor's, master's, doctorate, and professional degrees, and we have to eliminate achievement gaps. The Lobo Athletics program is a vital part of the university experience and a vital part of the Lobo community. It's larger than any single player, any coach, any sport, and it's never about the final score. Lobo Athletics has the power to anchor us in the community, bring people together who might not otherwise ever connect, and provide opportunities that are not available anywhere else. We are one university, one team, aligned by values, goals, and transparent accountability. Our athletic director understands the university's mission and priorities and has worked closely with me and with UNM leadership to build a culture of high performance and integrity that is integrated into our institutional framework. As one of the most visible components of UNM, the integrity of our athletic department is vitally important. Our athletes and coaches are our ambassadors with the community at large. Over the last year, we've seen successful efforts to streamline the athletics department and restructure the Lobo Club with a targeted emphasis on fundraising. We have proactively addressed many of the issues that have been identified for improvement. Collectively, our teams have done very well, with 5 conference titles since 2018. Our women's cross-country team was ranked 4th in the nation, and one of its members won the NCAA National Championship. I have to say I'm proud of our student athletes, many of whom are academic All-Americans. It's a real credit to UNM that over the past 8 years, we have had the greatest number of honor roll students in the entire Mountain West Conference. The future of the Lobo Nation is bright. Working together, we continue to look for meaningful ways to be innovative and create a culture of change and accountability. Our commitment to identifying health interventions and providing service learning opportunities is in perfect alignment with UNM's mission and advances our role as a public research university dedicated to improving our communities. As the only academic medical center in a state in which many communities lack providers, the UNM Health Sciences Center is critical to advancing access to care and improving health outcomes for all New Mexicans through education, through research, and through patient care. It is a cornerstone of our flagship identity. Our School of Medicine, College of Pharmacy, College of Nursing, and College of Population Health offer students an exceptional education in health sciences and provide the people of New Mexico with the highest quality of health care. The Colleges of Nursing and Pharmacy are both building pipeline pathways that admit new undergraduate students directly into their programs. Meanwhile, the College of Population Health is seeing growing numbers of students enrolling in its new undergraduate major. We're presenting a proposal for new funding that would enable the School of Medicine to eliminate tuition for students in the MD program in return for a promise of service in the state after they complete their residency. The hope is that this will fill the gap in healthcare providers, particularly in rural and underserved areas of New Mexico. And if successful, it could serve as a model for cultivating other crucial health professions and get those graduates to stay in the state as well. We'll see where that goes. It's very promising. We continue to seek funding for other exciting and groundbreaking research opportunities. For example, this year, we will ask the legislature for additional funding to expand Project ECHO, which links specialists with primary care clinicians throughout New Mexico and actually throughout the world, but we're focused on New Mexico for this. And for the UNM Comprehensive Cancer Center, which treats virtually all cases of pediatric cancer in the state and most of the adult patients as well. Clearly, our health education programs and services are critical to the physical and economic health of our state and critical to our ability to improve the lives of New Mexicans. So as we move forward in this new decade, we are preparing for both the challenges that lie ahead and the opportunities that can be created. The university's financial health is less precarious than it was a year ago. We've still not been funded to the level that we would like or that we need, but we are gratified to know that higher education is a priority for the governor and for the legislature. This year, the Council of University Presidents and other higher education associations made what isn't, no one can remember the last time, a unified funding request that proposes increases in formula funding and compensation funding. And importantly for UNM, progress has been made in clarifying deficiencies in the ways in which compensation funding has been calculated. The truth is, we're still recovering from years of cuts that included state reductions and declining tuition revenue. Even with much needed and welcome help from the state, we're still looking at very real reductions in our funding level and are working hard through funding the shortfalls. We need to continue looking for ways to improve efficiency without compromising our mission. That's the tough part. We all know it. Over the past year, I've heard a great deal from our faculty and staff who are, due to budgetary restrictions, consistently being asked to do more with less. They really always come through. And as part of our effort to create a supportive work environment worthy of our employees, I'm pleased that earlier this year we were able to implement a 3% raise for our faculty and staff. What I'm hopeful for is that we can continue to improve compensation in coming years. This remains one of my very highest priorities for UNM. This past fall, the faculty voted to unionize, and we have now begun the collective bargaining process. I want to emphasize that regardless of who is included in the bargaining unit, we are one university. We are one faculty. We are all here to further the development of new ideas and to cultivate the intellectual growth of our students, our postdocs, our residents. Enrollment remains one of our most significant challenges as the economy improves and high school graduates decline. This is more than just a math problem or a budgeting exercise. This is about missed opportunities for the citizens of our state and for the university. And it has a very real impact on the economic and cultural health of our New Mexico communities. The decline of enrollment impacts UNM across many dimensions, and it demands a university-wide approach to address recruitment and retention of traditional and non-traditional students. Last year, I convened a cross-campus enrollment task force to develop recommendations to increase enrollment at all student levels and across multiple market segments. Some of our strategies, including growing our own by increasing transfer, retention, and graduation rates of students who start their academic career at a UNM branch campus or offering ways for them to earn a bachelor's degree at that branch campus. We're looking to grow targeted graduate programs as well. We offer a terrific and affordable education to New Mexico's young people, as well as to the many students who come from beyond the land of enchantment to make us a place of diverse global cultures, perspectives, and ideas. While some challenges remain and new ones will emerge, there's no doubt, there is still good news. We're finding that when students get here, they're likely to stay. Our first to second year retention rates improved substantially this year, increasing 4 percentage points in just 1 year. This compares favorably with the national rates of improvement, and it is a strong predictor of the likelihood of a student actually graduating. I'm also pleased that our retention rates for Native American and Hispanic students have improved greatly over the past few years. As I mentioned, they had improved during this past year. And I think it's a reflection of our efforts that we've put in to support these students when they first arrive on campus. And there's always more to do there. I think a major piece needed to solve the enrollment puzzle clearly lies in making higher education more affordable. New Mexico already provides lottery scholarships for qualifying students, and federal Pell Grants help, but many students still face a funding gap. UNM's enrollment management team has been working diligently to identify ways to help students minimize their costs. Governor Lujan Grisham's Opportunity Scholarship is a key piece of legislation that will be considered during the current legislative session. You need to know, I expect a UNM diploma to be financially in reach. That's what I expect. And I look forward to working with state leaders and with you to come up with new ideas and initiatives to make college education accessible and affordable for all New Mexicans. Opportunity is priceless, but it shouldn't be cost prohibitive. Improving the lives of our citizens is exactly what we're doing through one of our signature institutional initiatives, the UNM Grand Challenges. Listening to New Mexicans from all across the state, from every corner of it, and in between, reaffirm my conviction that we must harness the dynamic and diverse research power at UNM to seek out and provide solutions to what stands in the way of intellectual, social, and economic health and prosperity. A little over a year ago, I invited faculty from across the university to propose 3 grand challenges, bringing together multidisciplinary teams to tackle issues of great societal importance. These initiatives are intended to help the university better focus research expertise to improve the quality of life for all New Mexicans. This wasn't just a call to action, but a call to bring ideas in action, to bring our university and our state together through multiple viewpoints and a common purpose. To date, we have nearly 300 people participating in our Grand Challenges. I think that's remarkable. UNM's Grand Challenges are ideally grand partnerships, ones that involve collaborative, interdisciplinary research and engagement with the community and industry and government. They empower UNM researchers to bring more federal and state and private research money here, and they strengthen cross-departmental research collaborations. By engaging stakeholders throughout New Mexico, the initiative is fostering new connections to our rural and underserved communities. The Sustainable Water Resources team is leveraging interdisciplinary research in law, policy, natural sciences, and social sciences, and engineering to help guide better choices about managing water in our arid environment. The Successful Aging effort focuses on compressing that period of disability for our aging population so a person can remain independent longer. As New Mexico and its population becomes one of the oldest in the nation in the next decade, this effort seeks to expand programs and services for our vulnerable seniors, support independent living, and create technology that supports greater autonomy. That's what we all hope for. The Substance Use Disorders Grand Challenge is broadly focused on substance use challenges in New Mexico, including the opioid crisis and alcohol abuse. Multiple teams seek to change perceptions of substance use, to improve prevention and access to treatment, and to build resilience in communities to prevent opioid and substance misuse. Beyond the grand challenges, we believe that a thriving, vibrant research community at UNM is not only essential to our state's economy and culture, but it's vital to our student success. UNM continues to capitalize on its reputation as the state's leading research institution, creating and pursuing new and groundbreaking research opportunities, whether it's understanding the impact of snowmelt and how to predict and prevent forest fires, developing a vaccine for Alzheimer's disease, or tracking black holes in the remotest regions of the galaxy. No challenge is too small or too remote for our brilliant Lobo researchers. And it's easy to see that research we conduct at UNM serves 2 necessary goods: the good of the people and the good of the economy. UNM research discoveries foster cures and solutions that every day improve lives. And the commercialization of those discoveries has a tremendous economic impact, generating millions of dollars of activity, and serves as one of the key drivers of our state's economic engine. Simply put, our outcomes are also building incomes. STC.UNM, the Innovation Academy, our research centers, and business partnerships are creating entrepreneurial activities like never before. And UNM students are starting businesses before they even graduate. Just as important as our research are the relationships and partnerships we forge as we pursue these opportunities. Our mission is not just about our students' time on campus, but about where they go when they finish. Many of our faculty and students find chances to collaborate at all three of our national and federal labs, which offer exceptional career opportunities to many of our graduates, including a new cooperative faculty agreement with the Los Alamos National Laboratory. Additionally, the caliber of UNM research was further enhanced this past year as we signed a cooperative research and development agreement with Sandia Labs to share knowledge about national security while strengthening science and engineering. We are the first and only Adobe Creative Campus in New Mexico, digitally empowering our students, faculty, and staff to tap into their creative side and apply it within their classrooms' research, projects, and coursework, and they do it without ever leaving their desks. We've also put our best minds to work on societal problems, whether for the global good or in our own backyard. Last year, Albuquerque Mayor Tim Keller, Health Sciences Chancellor Paul Roth, and I signed a joint letter of intent signifying our shared commitment to finding innovative and effective solutions to improve the lives of those experiencing homelessness, as well as understanding its root causes. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean a Gateway Center facility will be placed on our campus, but it does mean this. UNM will be an invaluable partner in this community to addressing what I believe is truly a community crisis. Finally, we are working on building greater partnerships with our business community to build a talent pipeline by developing meaningful internship opportunities for our students and increasing our chances of keeping them right here in New Mexico. We need to keep the talent here. Connecting our students' academic path to a career path early on through internships and entrepreneurial activities gives them an advantage in seeking employment after graduation. Just last month, we hosted a rare and kind of out of this world opportunity for New Mexico school children to live chat with NASA astronauts that were aboard the International Space Station. And as well, they got to engage with space experts and other space enthusiasts in a really highly interactive environment. What a great way for us to stress the importance of and the excitement of a STEM curriculum. So John F. Kennedy said that efforts and courage are not enough without purpose and direction. This is true as we embark on a strategic planning process initiative that is intended to help guide our way forward over the next few decades. The strategy for UNM 2040 is one of my top initiatives and will be coordinated by our provost, Dr. James Holloway. This will be an iterative, inclusive, and collegial process, and I look forward to participation from across the university. Let me be clear, we are asking for your participation. This is our planning and visioning process and our opportunity to shape the future of the University of New Mexico. We know that UNM is recognized as serving the greater good through our mission of education, innovation, healthcare, and community commitment. Trust and support are built upon the number of factors that must be woven into everything we do. So as we plan for the future, we must ask ourselves, are we articulating the value we bring to our students as learners? The value we bring to our state as a center of creativity, scholarship, and service? Do we have big, important ideas in research for which we must lay the groundwork for future opportunities? Do we fully realize the advantages that come from being a center of diversity and culture? Are we securing our future through the development of critical resources that will make all of this possible? If the answer to any of these isn't yes, then we must ask ourselves, why not? And what should we do about it? The ultimate purpose of this type of planning is not to check boxes. Don't you hate strategic plans that check boxes? But to develop a long-term aspirational vision of UNM while also addressing the shorter-term goals that move toward that grand vision. This past year marked several accreditation milestones in comprehensive and specialized peer evaluation. The reports themselves, if you read them, show that we are demonstrating proactive responses to address many of the expected criteria. But our plans will need to include both capitalizing on the many ways in which we are excelling in fulfilling our mission, and also we must as well strengthen those areas identified as needing improvement. We must remain nimble and adept at embracing change, while at the same time respecting our legacy and remaining true to those core principles that help define who we are.
From groundbreaking technological discoveries to unraveling today's most pressing social and environmental issues, the University of New Mexico defines opportunity. From first moments on campus to final steps across the graduation stage. We are strengthening individuals, cultivating community, and creating pathways to progress. Because opportunity isn't simply found, it's created.
UNM is a world-class institution with just some of the best opportunities.
I'm leaving here with a different sense of the possibilities I can have.
Definitely very grateful to UNM and the opportunities I've been provided.
Through challenges and successes, imagination and collaboration, what's learned here lasts a lifetime. Impact is opportunity realized.
New Mexico students are getting a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Recent grads not only succeed in gaining employment, but they're having a better success than many of their peers across the region and the country. We like to hear that.
At the University of New Mexico, we are a university of opportunity.
Our team pieced this together from video we already had. We didn't shoot anything new for this video. I am so impressed with our team who put this together. So thank you to you, to those who worked. So in closing, I'm extremely proud of who we are and how far we have come together. And I'm deeply grateful to each of you. I'm grateful to each of you for your hard work and your commitment to UNM. You've made so many contributions to where we are. I'm excited by what we have achieved so far. And I have confidence that together we can achieve a lot as Lobos, and our ability to rise to the challenges presented by new and often unexpected opportunities, and in our capacity to create these same wonderfully inspiring and life-challenging and changing opportunities for our students. I want to thank you for being here today, and everyone, let's go Lobos. Thank you.